Hello, in this video we're going to recap something that SPO did a few years ago, but actually taking a look with a modern view. So we're going to be doing dashboards for people with no cash. So most organizations deal with their data in spreadsheets on a day-to-day basis. They use Excel for summarizing, modeling, analysis, and making decisions over lots of their reporting. And quite often, small and medium organizations can't afford to invest a lot of money into creating nice, clean looking dashboards which give this data all the time. Well, with Office 365 and the modern UI, we're now in a situation where we can actually do something which is crisp and clean and doesn't cost a lot of money. And we'll give you some examples of that. So, historically, we used to do dashboards for people with no real ability to invest in data warehousing, just by taking your current Excel data sheets and your charts and being able to publish those straight to the browser. Now, one of the things we've done on this modern site is we have a couple of basic pages published which show very simple reports. One of which we'll go to in a moment and we'll modify, and another of which just shows some basic spreadsheets, which, as we can see here, the summary thumbnail has been pulled straight through from the actual spreadsheet itself. But with modern days, we actually want to be able to just publish the entirety of our reports straight away. So here we have a basic page, which is actually publishing off to, in this case, brand guidelines. And actually we want to turn this into a proper report. So what we'll do is we'll just switch into edit mode on this new modern page, and we will split the section to allow us to be able to put in multiple bits of information. And then using one of the updated components, the file viewer, we're able to go off and actually select our original spreadsheet. In this case, this is one we've been editing a little bit earlier, and we're going to select and open that spreadsheet. So from here we can see, well, actually there's quite a lot of information here, but we want it to be very clean, so we don't want to show everything like we did with the document below. We actually only want to show the individual chart. So what we're now going to look at is we say, well, actually what I want is the chart, and if we've done something sensible, we'll have provided it with a decent name, such as units sold chart. Make sure we don't get any other odd characters in there, and then we can apply. Now, if your spreadsheet has been published using the publish to web options, you'll have been able to select the names of individual items and say make those available. So we'll just go through that process again, and this time we'll take another step through. We'll pick the viewer, we'll go and select our data spreadsheet again, and we're going to insert a different chart. Now, if we're not entirely sure what it is we're looking at, we can open the spreadsheet and we can go and actually have a look at what it's called. In this case, we can see that this particular chart here is called the sales trend chart. So we'll just copy that name and we'll paste that back into here. You can see the name has to be pasted exactly as it's published as, and we apply. Now if I publish this page, we now have the rudiments of an on-page dashboard.